I want to find one or two people. I want us to talk about free lunches. You know those free lunches? I'll tell you about them in a short while and why they are totally a waste of, they are totally no good. It's not good for your health, no good for your progress, no good for your potential, no good for your gift. Yeah. So I'm waiting to see a few people. If you're here and you can see me, say hello. Give me a hello. I'll appreciate. If I see one or two people, we can start. May I come for two people? Even one. So I'm looking to see who I can find here on my live. Don't just come and watch from outside. Don't be bad heart like that. Come and say hello to me so that I can see I have some company. If I'm alone, I will feel a bit uneasy. Guys, who can see me? Who can see my live? I am looking to see. Good. Can see one person. So I'm waiting for one more person. One more person and we can go live. Like we can speak. I want us to talk about free lunches. What they are. Should you or should you not participate in the free lunches? I want us to talk about that today. I feel like I should talk about it. It's been ages since we talked about that. Thank you, Tony. I can see that. All right, good. We are more than two now, so we can start. So guys, I thought today we should talk about, if you know me, you know that I talk a lot about how one can monetize their potential and how one can get paid for what they know how to do. All right. There are those of us who probably have been employed for many years. You've run a business for many years. So you know one or two things about your area. You know one or two things about your business. You know one or two things about your workplace. You know one or two things about accounting. You know one or two things about engineering. You are a lawyer. There's a lawyer. Her name is Elizabeth. I even listened to her testimonial yesterday. And one of the things we did with Elizabeth 2023 October to now is to package what she knows as a legal officer into social media. She did a very good social media connection and now she's cashing in, like she has followers. And the other day she wrote for me, she did a testimonial for me on TikTok. And she said 80% of her business nowadays comes from social media. All right. And the challenge to her was, what do you know how to do? And she said, I'm a lawyer. So I asked her, so you know legal things like you practice law? She said, yeah, I practice law. And I asked, what's the challenge you have right now? And she said, the challenge she has right now is getting consistent clients. And I said, in this day and age, and seeing as you are a very young lady, I feel like if you make use of the social media space, then it is not easy to struggle with business. So we had a talk with Elizabeth, and Elizabeth went and did what I advised her to do on social media. As we speak, 8% of her business comes from the social media space. So there's something we know how to do, right? And I believe that sometimes we don't cash in on what we know because we lack a little bit of awareness. And so that's the awareness I want us to talk about today. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you very much. And Ruben, you can actually help me share this video. I would appreciate it. Or you just tap in somewhere. Your friends will see. But there's a video. So now, let's talk about free lunches. What are they? What do you think is a free lunch? What does it mean? And the reason I decided I want to talk about free lunches, the last few days of the year, like, the last few days, a lot of people have reached out to me and they're like, Coach Betty, I have this and this thing. I see you talking about monetizing our potential, and I'm still giving for free. This is 6 years down the line. This is more than 3 years down the line. And you're still giving your knowledge out there for free. And I'm not saying that you must charge for everything. Absolutely not. We already agreed that you can give 50% free and charge for 50%. So this 50% that you give for free is good. It creates awareness. You participate in creating your legacy. You participate in helping people understand what you do. Because the knowledge industry is difficult. It's not like the product industry. It's not like this phone that I'll say, this phone is a Samsung S23. These are the features. This is the cost. Knowledge is difficult to explain sometimes. Phyllis, hey, how are you? Very good. Thank you that you're here. So what I'm saying is knowledge, the service industry, packaging what we know, sometimes it is tricky because people don't understand. They don't understand why you should be selling your knowledge. We were brought up to think that what you can sell must be something packaged as a product, like a phone, a charger, a laptop, unga, clothes, lipstick, whatever things. But when it comes to knowledge, now why people suffer, because your would-be clients cannot figure how they are going to benefit from your knowledge. But guess what? That's your job to do. It's your job to do, to create awareness that this is what I know. This is how you can benefit from it. And this is how we can engage. So the day before yesterday, I get this call. And I'm sad because I've sung this song for so long. Probably some people have not heard about it. And someone tells me, imagine, Coach Betty, Mimi, I left work. I became a mentor. So I asked, how do you mentor? How do you do it? And they say, it's random. I wait for people to call me so that I can go speak in churches, speak to high school students, speak to corporates. I asked, you speak to corporates? Yes. Which corporates? And so the person mentioned a few corporates. And I asked, what do you tell them? When you go to the corporate world, what do you tell them? And the person tells me, I do once in a while, I give energy to the team by motivating them. But also once in a while, I do training. So I asked, what kind of training? And the person was like, I'll be called to talk about sales skills. I'll be called to talk about this and that. So I asked, hey, so why did you call me? You're already working. I suspect you're already doing well. Why is this call? And the person tells me, the reason I've called you is because I'll either be paid with wordings, like words, like God bless you very much. Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. We are going to write for you a recommendation letter. If you come on that day, it's a parents' day. So some of our parents are very well to do. They actually own companies. And so they are going to be giving you training jobs in their companies. All right. So I asked, how long have you done this? And the person tells me, I've done this for more than 5 years. So I ask, what's your average pay? Like, how is your rate card? Then the person says, oh, we just discuss and we agree. So I wanted to know, what is this discuss? What does it mean exactly? Say hello. If you find me online, say hello. If this is a replay you are watching, still say hello. I'll totally appreciate. Leave me a comment. I'll appreciate that. If you're here, you can see me. Say hello, hello, hello. I will recognize you. So I ask, so how do you do this? So the person tells me, sometimes I'll work with referrals, like someone refers me. Hey, Immaculate, very, very good to see you. So sometimes people refer the person. I don't want to say who the person is, so that's why I'm avoiding he, she. Yeah. So I asked, tell me more. The person says, sometimes I'll even go meet them. And I asked, before the job? Yes. A free job? Yeah, almost free. So what are you meeting them about? So the person tells me, I meet them because I expect that they will give me a business. And I asked, tell me more about that. Actually, at that point, I was very mad, but I didn't want to show it. So I asked, tell me more about that. And the person tells me, hey, Sharon. Hi, you. Good to see you. Thank you, Sheshi. How are you doing, my dear? How is that place that you live in? Mnaendeleaje? Very, very good to see you. So now, the person tells me, so I asked, so I wanted to know, I'm a coach. My work is to ask questions that invoke the thought process. I won't just ask you a question. I will ask you a question that will help you think. So I ask, who are these people that you're meeting? The person tells me the people I'm meeting are different, in different categories. So if someone tells me, we would like you to come and speak in our congregation. So how does that conversation go? The person tells me, sometimes they call me and tell me, I want to buy you tea. I want to buy you coffee. I want to buy you lunch. Then my friend will go sit, drink coffee and tea so that they can talk about a free job or an almost free job. If you're making anything below 25K, when you go to make a speech, 25 is the lowest for anyone who's done this for more than 3 years, honestly. Then you people can decide to give for free or charge less or whatever. But if you've been in this industry for 3+ years, honestly, 25 is now for building legacy, like very, very low. So I ask, okay, so what do you usually discuss in that meeting? And the person tells me, we discuss how I'm going to help them. So I ask, how long does the meeting last? It can last even 3 hours. Doing what? Discussing. So the problem we have as service providers, we rarely calculate how much it costs us to do one job. Now imagine how much it has costed me in terms of investment, or cost another coach in terms of personal development, personal investment, years of experience. How many proposals have we written? And on top of that, you now go sit and take coffee for 1 hour, for 2 hours. Sometimes, now this is what shocked me the most. The person told me, sometimes I pay for the coffee. Oh, at that point, I wanted to cry. Sometimes I actually pay for the coffee because I want my client to like me so that they can give me the job. And I say, wow. this now is very, very wrong. This is not good. So I was thinking that in my heart, like, this is not good. It was a phone call. It lasted like 20 minutes, but I had a lot in those 20 minutes. So I was asking my friend, so let me ask you, if someone wants to give you a job, why would you go meet them physically? And my friend told me it's because I think it's courteous. I said no. If especially you don't think it's a job that is gonna pay you well, you can do a virtual call. Why don't you just log into Zoom, you and them log into a Zoom meeting for 20 minutes, ask. And for you, do not expose yourself. Do not go there unprepared. Have your questions ready. What do you want to know about this job they are calling you for? You should ask the right questions. For example, okay, let me give you a hint of 3 things that you must ask for. I say by all means, avoid physical meetings, especially for jobs you are not very sure that they will come to fruition. Avoid. Unless, of course, like now, as where we've reached, we've done this for very long. So we've had our clients for Kitambo. Those ones, we meet them. We suggest other kind of trainings. We suggest other kind of coaching. We suggest changes. Right now, my old clients that I'm meeting, I am always suggesting, let's integrate AI into whatever you are doing. So those ones I'll meet happily. In fact, I'm going to do the meeting because I know we are going to do that job together. But when you are new and those are not your clients and everybody is calling you to go and drink tea, and out of 10 people that you drink tea with during the year, only 2 of them give you a job. And out of the 2 that give you a job, they don't pay you. They don't pay you well. They give you a bahasha that says, oh, go fueling your car or go have some lunch. I would suggest have the meeting online. Ask 3 questions. What is this job we are doing? Just take me through. What does it involve? So the person is going to tell you, we want to speak to you would come and speak to our sales team. So the next question you ask is why. A client will always want to pay you if they are clear in their head why they are calling you. If you don't make that why come out, the client will never see the amount of value that you are bringing to the table. And that's why they joke around with your money. That's why they joke around. And it's not that they didn't have a budget. They definitely had a budget, but the why was not strong enough. So you're going to ask them, why would you want me to come and speak to your team? The why can only be answered in 2 or 3 ways. Let me break that down. They're going to tell you, reason number 1, I would want you to come and speak to my team is because we are performing poorly in sales. Reason number 2, we've dropped our target. Reason number 3, we are not doing well as a company. Another reason probably is we wanted to grow to this level this year. We are halfway through the year and we've not even seen a quarter of what we should be doing. We are not yet there. So that's why we are calling you. Okay. So the reason you are calling me, repeat it to them. Me write back to them. So the reason you are calling me to come and speak to your team is number 1, you want me to help you increase sales by 2 times. Is that correct? That's correct. The other reason you would want me to come speak to your team is you've not surpassed the target and you are afraid that you might go back, or you might lower, you might go below your targets last month. Absolutely. The other reason you would want me to speak with your sales team is you're having a lot of customer complaints and you suspect they're coming from 1 to 3 places. Be clear about that. That is a good question. The next question you ask is, I hear you. I understand the struggle. and it's something I can do, or it's something my company can do, or it's something my team can do, or it's something I and my partners can do. The next question is, why did you choose me? I mean, there are many people, there are many coaches, there are many trainers, there are many people who can do this. Why did you select me? So the reasons they give you will now help you make the next decision or ask the next question. So they are going to tell you, oh, the reason we called you, you are referred to us by client XYZ. All righty. Oh, so that client referred me to you? Yes. That must be because I did a good job the last time I went to speak to his team. Absolutely. Or the other reason would be, I see you online. For nowadays, because of social media, a lot of people will tell you that I see you online. I like what you do. I like what you talk about. Okay, all right. So by that time, even the client is getting clarity of the job they are giving you. They are also getting clarity on why did they pick you, honestly speaking. So by the time you do all those things, and that shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes, the client is now getting clarity. Question number 3 would be, how would you want us to do this? In terms of the logistics, please do not fail to ask about the logistics unless you really don't believe in the job that you do. Unless you don't know that you do an amazing job. Personally, I know I do an amazing job when it comes to training teams on customer service, conflict resolution, people skills, sales skills, digital skills. I do an amazing job. So I'll ask, what are the logistics like? How will this happen? So they are going to tell you, the training is in Mombasa. We have a team of 50. So we'll ask, absolutely, how would you want us to do that? So they'll tell you, okay, you can send us an invoice. That invoice should include your logistics, or we are going to pay for your hotel and your transport and all that. So talk about that. The other question you must ask is, how will we deal with the money? How are we going to deal with it? Especially if they are not asking. If they ask, how much do you charge at the very beginning, avoid that question at the beginning. It's a setup. Yeah, it's a setup. First of all, let the person know the value you bring to the table. So that question you can ask, you can say, first of all, let me understand what you need. Because how do you give a price and you don't know what they want? You do not know the magnitude of the work. You do not know how many days it's going to take you. You do not know how much energy you require. You don't know. So how are you giving the price? And a lot of our service providers, we rush to say, I charge 50,000 a day. I charge 150,000 a day. I charge 10,000 per head. You do not know the job it involves. Then you go there, you find it's a lot of work. And so you're unable to do that work within that budget. And then you start delivering mediocre. And you people, you see, I got new glasses. Huh? Do you like them? Are they good? I think I like them. I think I like them. Anywho, I've just noticed. I hadn't noticed that they look nice. Anyway, so the next thing you do, you now talk about the money. I know this money conversation is very uncomfortable. Come for coaching. I'll teach you how to do it. I'm going to give you the language of how to position the money conversation. You just position it properly. Thank you, Immaculate. Thank you. They are pink. Asante. So you need to know how to position that money conversation so that it is not weird. And then you don't feel like you're doing the wrong thing, talking about the money. And then we've been brought up to avoid the money conversation every other time. So there's a way you position that conversation very nicely. And the person, the next thing they will tell you is, send us an invoice. send us an invoice. Or they are going to tell you, that's fine. However, our budget is this much. Are you able to work with this kind of a budget? Then once they say what kind of a budget they have, now discuss that budget. Say, all right, that's not a bad budget. By the way, even if the client tells you their budget is 5,000, don't be so proud to turn it down in braggadocious way. We must always remain humble, much as we are asking for money. Even when we are turning down the offer, because sometimes you have to turn down the offer. Sometimes you must turn down the offer. And you cannot turn down the offer like me. You want to pay me that amount? Mimi, Coach Betty. Munataka kunilipa pesa kama hizo? I can't. No. No, don't go down that route. You need that client tomorrow. You need that client happy. Whether they engage you or they don't, you need them happy, and you need to leave them on a high. Every other time, your calling in this life is to leave people on a high. That's the job God gave you. God gave us each other so that we can leave each other on a high. Whether I'm saying no or yes to your offer, I want to leave you happy. I want to leave you feeling very valued by myself, because I will need you tomorrow. You will also need me tomorrow, and I don't want our other conversation to be weird. So you're going to ask the client, okay, what's your budget? So they're going to tell you, this is our budget. Can you work on, then change now that conversation. Give the customer all the possible solutions that you can give. Give the client all the possible solutions. Do not leave them feeling bad that they met you. Do not leave them feeling belittled because of their small money. And by the way, clients always have money. Even when they are telling you their budget is 10,000, oh my goodness, they have a budget of 200,000 for training, even 500,000. But they shall mention the amount that they feel they can prioritize for training, for coaching, for speaking, for showing up, for facilitation, for your service. It doesn't have to be all those things I've talked about. It could be something else. So the clients are going to tell you the budget they feel that they can spend on your service. So if you are very good at the conversation, you are very good at the money conversation, and I want you to come, let's talk about that. Come, speak to me. Let's see how that conversation can go. Even if you just want me to help you with the pricing, I can do that. If you don't want all the other things that we do. And by the way, how I help people to get paid is 4 ways. Number 1, I help you get out that knowledge in your head, the ideas, the years of experience, the knowledge. You get it out of your mind, package it into an offer that you can exchange with money. A payable format. Having knowledge in your head that you've gathered over the years doesn't mean anything if it's not packaged. So we package that. Number 2 thing that we do is number 1 thing we do is to clarify what you want to do. Especially for those people who have very many giftings. We clarify, where do we want to focus? What do you want to do? Number 2, we get now that thing from your mind. We package it into an offer. Number 3, we try and find out, where do I find my customers? Who are they? Where are they? How do I reach them? How do I market? How do I put myself out there? So that's the number 3 thing that we do. Number 4 thing that we do is talk about pricing. My best subject in all that is the money subject. We talk about pricing. And in pricing, we say so many things. We talk about, if they tell you this, how do you do it? So we talk about negotiating for your pay. You must negotiate for your pay. Even Kenya is busy negotiating for the loans. The president is negotiating. Muniwezi niitisha hizi pesa zote. I can't afford it. Can you guys try? Let's try this. This is what I can afford. Companies are negotiating right now. Why are we negotiating? Because the economy is bad. So people are negotiating instead of, Betty, come. We know you are always training us, and this is the amount of money you usually charge us. We know you bring quality. And we know that this is the amount of money that we pay you. But we want to negotiate. Things are not good. We want you to go down a little bit. Let's negotiate. So we negotiate. So the money conversation is very important. So I am saying, if the only place you struggle is the money conversation, we can still talk about that only. But now, despise those free lunches. The ones that people call you, come, I buy you coffee. Come, I buy you tea. Yani, you drive your car. And I'm not laughing at you because I did it. But you shouldn't do it because I tell you, no one told me not to do it. I thought if I go meet people and we take tea for 3 to 4 hours, in fact, sometimes it can last even up to 4 hours. So you talk about all things, none work. Then the last 5 minutes, start saying, oh, Coach Betty, I would like you to help me. And this is the way I want you to help me. By that time, someone has already picked your brain and they have gone to implement. In fact, they are not even going to pay you even a little bit of what you want, because you spent a whole 2 hours with them. You've already told, especially the clever ones. They are very clever people who pick your brain kitambo sana. By the time you take your coffee, sip 1, sip 2, sip 3, sip 4. They have the answers. You'll just see them implementing together with your ideas. And then you are hating them. Oh, they implemented my ideas. You are the one who didn't value your knowledge enough. And I'm not judging, my dears. You know, I think I should speak in a smaller voice so that you understand that I'm not judging. I did it. But I don't want you to do it. Because I did it, I paid that price. Do not do it. Do not go for free lunches. If someone tells you, I want free lunch, send them this video. Say, I will not come because Coach Betty said I don't. Have a conversation online. Let them book a call with you. In fact, just talk with them on phone also. But be nice. Offer solutions. Offer, what do we call them? Offer alternatives. If someone doesn't have the amount of money you are charging them, offer an alternative. But just don't go for free lunches. There is nothing like free lunch, my friend. You will drink coffee for 450 shillings. I don't know in a what. So your bill is going to be 1,000. And now let me tell you even the worst. There are even people who make you meet them. Then they make you pay the bill. Well, wacha niseme nitoke. Hapo kwa money conversation sana sana. I'll come for that absolutely. You're welcome. So, they make you pay that bill. It feels horrible. Do not go to those companies when you're not prepared and when you try as much as possible and win 80% of the pitches. You can lose 20. It's live. That's how things go. But please do not lose 80. Lose the 20, and the 20 you will lose them on different grounds, like maybe you don't agree with the values of that company, or they don't agree with your values. Maybe you do not agree with what can I say? There's one company I encountered and they wanted to dictate how I will do the training. And one of the ways they wanted to dictate, I will not say many things, let me keep quiet, but they wanted to dictate how the training will happen in a bid to twist the attendees. I said no. I am not able to do that training for you guys. So that one we just disagreed. So lose on those kind of grounds. Do not lose on the grounds of you have no offer to give them. Do not lose on the grounds of you've not been able to clarify what you bring to the table. You see, if you can't clarify what you bring to the table, you will go for a lot of free lunches and you will get hurt today, tomorrow, the day after, you'll keep getting hurt. This is 2025. You did it in 2024, my dear. You did it in 2023, my dear. You did it in 2022, my dearest. Even 2021 after COVID, you did it. The reason you didn't do it in 2020 is because we were on a lockdown. Otherwise, you would be hitting 5 years of free mediocre pricing. Bad. Very bad. So what am I trying to say today? I am trying to say Epuka free lunches. Don't go for those phone calls that say, "Come, I buy you coffee," and you're not clear about the coffees. Of course, and I don't want anybody taking this out of context. I go for coffees. My friends buy me coffee. I have friends of mine who pick my brain because at that level, we pick each other's brain. We help each other. This is how we know each other and we know how we help each other. So I will not charge for nothing. I'll go tell my friend, I think you should do it this way, this way, this way. Because tunajuana kwa vilemba zetu sisi, we know how we do our things. I am not saying at that level, you know what you're doing. I'm just saying people who call you randomly, either you worked with them, or they were referred to you, or they've seen you online, and they want your help for nothing or for the price of dengu. You know, remember those two brothers in the Bible. There's one who sold his dengu, his birthright, for a plate of dengu. And that's what we are doing. We are selling our birthright. We are in the creator economy, guys. We're in the creator economy. Like the creator economy is something. You know, a long time ago, let's say 10 years ago, having a job was the it. Then came the internet, came the global whatever, and came the social media. Then that space collapsed. So now, the creator economy, the knowledge economy is quite a thing. It's your birthright. It's what you've been blessed with. Then wewe unaenda pale on Sunday, you read the Bible. In fact, you are the one reading the Bible and reading for them that verse of mutu aliuza birthright yake for dengu. Then tomorrow you go sell yours for coffee and tea and what? Ikienda sana lunch. Free lunches. Very bad. So let's not do that. Let us not do that at all. Let's value our knowledge. Let's learn how to package. If you're struggling, if you feel, Betty, there's more to this, my life, than I'm currently doing. Betty, there's more to life than I'm currently achieving. Betty, I'm more gifted than this. Mimi, I can achieve more than what I'm achieving right now. If you feel like that, but you do not know how to go around it, talk to me. If you're someone who reads a lot, I know readers, you read a lot, so you have a lot of knowledge in your brain. You're not making use of it. Let's talk. If this year you have decided, I am going to increase my earnings by 100%, 50%, 20%. I want to take advantage of AI. But you do not know how to integrate that AI in your everyday life. I want to take advantage of the digital space. You do not know how to do it. I want to be doing live videos like Coach Betty. You are so afraid. You'll be judged. Sijui what? Your things are not on point. Me and my eyebrows are not on point, and it's okay. They are like that for now. They are fine. What I'm saying is more important. I want to save someone the pain of driving your car, spending all the fuel, spending all the time to go and sit. Get paid nothing. And the rest of the year, that person will not pay you. Now, let me tell you the most painful thing. Is that person will waste your time, and then they are going to find the coach that does not do those things, and they will hire them. And they are going to pay them. They are going to waste your time calling you to go and give free speeches because parents will see you. The big boss will be around. They might give you a job in the future. And then they are going to call another trainer and pay them 2 million shillings, 3 million shillings, 10 million shillings. They're going to do that. That's the most painful thing. Okay, guys? Paul is following closely. Do not agree to those things. Imagine, do not. And you see, we are the ones who teach the public to I don't want to say that word, it's a big word. We are the ones who teach the public to misjudge our knowledge and to think that the knowledge that we carry is not quite something. The other day I wrote a post and said, I think Kenyans are bright. By the way, you guys, Kenyans are bright. Kenyans! Hey, the way we engage on social media, us guys are the bomb. Like we good. But service providers have not been able to help our followers, we have not been able to help the republic to judge our knowledge rightly. Because we are afraid of being judged. So you do not bring out the information. You don't create awareness of what you're doing. Some people are so gifted. Yesterday, I sat with a friend of mine for coffee. And when he told me what he's been able to do, I was surprised. Guy been able to do so much. I don't know. Since I've never had them position it. You can do so much. You can help people so much. But they do not know that you can help them so much. It is our job. Jack Olegavi says, sure, every skill and knowledge is monetizable. Absolutely. You know how to do something. You can monetize that thing. Today I was reading an article on the Entrepreneur magazine, the global one, of a guy who got obsessed with ChatGPT. He couldn't get off his hands off ChatGPT. He was like, what is this app? This is so good. I can't get my hands off this app. Like, he kept asking ChatGPT things, discovering things on ChatGPT. He spent a lot of his time on ChatGPT. Then one day he decided, why don't I make this a career? So he got something to do with ChatGPT, created 4 products. Now he's making a monthly, he lives in the US, so them, of course, they say $18. He's making monthly income of $17,000 a month. That's a skill. He learned how to navigate ChatGPT, decided how to monetize that. He's out here monetizing. That guy, sasa wewe utamwambia nini surely about a job, about you getting grade A in high school? Those things, he's not going to think about those things. He's already gone. So every skill and every knowledge is monetizable. Every experience is monetizable. Every time someone tells me, I've been employed for 10 years, me, I don't hear anything else. I hear experience. If you tell me I've been employed for 15 years, I hear experience. You tell me, I've been working for the last 39 years. I am like 39. That kind of experience, where can you find it? That guy knows so much. That person is way ahead of those of us who've not been there. We've not experienced what you've experienced. So teach us. Package something. Teach us how to do it. I can see Nas Miriam here. Miriam is my very, very good friend and student. Miriam asks you, Coach Betty, I want to pay for this class. Come. Then she will ask you, how can I do this? Then you tell her, Miriam, go do 1, 2, 3. Miriam will go do it. Miriam will implement at 80%. That small thing you show her how to do, she will go implement it at 80% and start earning from it. So every experience is monetizable. If you know someone who has experience in whatever space, like they are a doctor for 20 years. Right now in our executive coaching program, we have a dentist who's practiced for very many years. Now we are teaching him how to scale that knowledge and take it out there and help others in a very great way. Because Coach Betty is not going to be able to help dentists The only way I can help dentists is to show them how to package. The only way I can help dentists is to show them how to charge for their services. I will not be able to help a dentist set up a clinic. I do not know how to do that. I have never done it. I have no idea. I don't know about dentistry. The only thing I know about dentistry is my teeth. And that one time in life, they really give me hell. That's the only thing. And I was in hospital a lot of times. But I don't know about dentistry. I do not know about accounting. Imagine I don't even know about what other engineering. I do not know about all those other things. I don't know about being a 5-star chef like my friend Daniel Waswa. Daniel lives in Dubai. Daniel serves the who's and who's of this world. In fact, when I went and saw the mall he works in, I was like, oh, Daniel, you work in a nice mall. I don't know. I do not know how to do what Daniel does. I do not know. But because he knows how to do it, why don't we sit down and we 10x his earnings? Why don't we sit down and we 5x his earnings? So for today, I wanted to come here and say, can we avoid the free lunches? This year, tafadhali say, whoever calls you to have lunch, don't be rude. Just say, all right, what's the lunch about? What would you... Be courageous. Be confident enough to ask, what would you like us to talk about? I would want us to talk about my knowledge. Unataka nikusaidie aje? And then the person will let you know. It's our job as service providers to help the Republic value what we bring to the table. If we never do that, we will always... it's very hard to... it is very hard for them to see. And that's why it is very hard for them to pay. Nobody struggles to pay for a Mercedes. Absolutely not. And no one struggles to pay for a house in Runda. Nobody. In fact, when they hear this is the amount of money you pay for this house in Runda, they go get the money. Why? The men and the women who picked that kichaka that was Runda, because it was a kichaka, then they said, let us add value. How will we add value here? 1, let's build roads. So they did the roads. Number 2, how else do we add value? The other way we add value, we are not going to allow anybody to build, apartments in this area. The other way we are going to add value, we are not going to allow people to buy less than this kind of acreage. It's people who decided to make the place high premium. It is us who will do the job. You know what I'm doing right now? Help me share this video. It's going to help people see the kind of value that we bring to the table. But if we keep quiet and every time we are called to go do free, we run and do free, they will never see the value. If Betty refuses, Paul refuses, Immaculate okay, that's a bad word I'm using. It's not refusing. It is showing the value that we are bringing to the table. So, packaging your answer right. So, if I package my answer right and say, I'm unable to do that job for free because I've asked the right question and the person can see the value I'm bringing, then Paul is going to do the same. Immaculate is going to do the same. Miriam is going to do the same. They're going to tell each other, ay, na squeezy coaching ni, squeezy hakunanga free coaching. That's what is going to happen. Squeezy, you can't get a trainer that just comes to do you things for free at your place. They are going to know it that way. But as long as we show them we can always come and we undercut each other and we are not supporting each other, it's not going to work. So guys, let's support each other. Let's do this thing. Let's make sure that the knowledge we bring to the market is valued. Let's make sure that the knowledge we show out there is valued. We are the ones to do that job. We are the men and women of Runda. This is our Runda. This is our Kitisuru. This is our Mudaiga. And we must make sure we do the roads, we do the flowers, we do the inaitwa nini, we do good gates. We have gated communities. We must get our knowledge. We must build gated communities around our knowledge. If we don't do that, you're going to be taken for granted. And if people take you for granted, they will not value what you bring to the table, right? So I think I want to end there unless anybody has a quick question. If you have a quick question, you can ask me. If you're watching the replay, also please leave us a comment. Help us share this video. You guys who are here today, we have agreed to help each other. So help me share this video. If you send it to your people, they are going to see this, and within no time, this message is going to reach as many people as possible. Sisi tunawaambia sasa, our runda is here between our ears, and we want to be paid for it, and we want to be paid well. So I would appreciate if you'd help me share that. Yeah. All right, guys. So anyone got a question? Thank you, Immaculate. You say, what a masterclass. Thank you, Coach Betty Mora. Karibu sana, my dear. Karibu sana. You're most welcome. Yes, thank you, Paul. Thank you. Share it. Let's help each other. Let's build our own gated communities. Nobody is going to come and save us. You see the way influencers help each other. We must help each other in the service industry. Nataka, we help each other. Let us show the value that we bring to the table. And the public is going to start recognizing that knowledge didn't just show up. People contributed. People paid for coaching. People paid with experiences. You closed down your business. You can show people how not to close a business. Why shouldn't you be paid for that? Gracie asks, how can I monetize librarianship and Kenyans don't like books? Kenyans love books. Grace, find the Kenyans that love books. It's a cliche. People say Kenyans don't love books. I am in a group, a WhatsApp group. I think it's full. So I'm even in group 2. Every day people ask, do you have this book? 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 They are Kenyans who read. They are Kenyans who read. You know, the other day I was telling Textbook Center, you people, you must start using AI so that you track how many times I step into this Textbook Center. And you must track how many books I buy in a year. And then at the end of the year, you must send me my spending. The way the other day, the taxi app sent me and told me, in 2024, you rode with us 61 times. I was like, I rode with them so many times. What was I going? Where was I going? And I have a car. But maybe, in fact, at some point, they encouraged me and told me, you sat back left. We hope you are reading a book. And for sure, anytime I took a taxi, I wanted to read. So now, I was telling Textbook Center, you need to track. You need to use AI, track my buying books behavior, because sometimes I even think it's unhealthy. People love books. Gracie, you must find the people that love books. Come. We clarify what you can do. You package it and you can monetize that big time. In fact, you can monetize books. Oh, big time. Rosemary said our runda is right between. Yes, this is our runda here. But we must take care, guys. We must become a community. We must support each other. You must not look at me doing a live video like this and you're not sharing, you're not saying anything. Tutaendelea kutumika vibaya. But if we stand up and say, no, this knowledge that I've gained over the years is very valuable, and I need to be paid for it. Jack Olegadi says, oh, yes, we love books. Oh, we love books. My goodness, we love books. You're motivating me every day. Been thinking of going live on FB, but sijawai. I'm doing it next week. Alrighty. You just need to hit live. And by the way, good news. Facebook Limited. They are now not going to be censoring us a lot. They said so the other day. I saw that Mark Zuckerberg was going to have lunch with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. When I saw that, I knew, changes coming. So the following day or the following 2 days, he appointed some friends of Trump into his board. I knew, more changes coming. Then yesterday, he announced that Facebook will not be censoring us. Facebook is going to be assisting us. So I suspect even the ads are going to be doing better. I've also seen that Facebook is helping us with filters. You know, Facebook Lives sometimes can cost you so much. You need to have a light, you need this, if you don't do them with the light, sometimes they don't look nice. But now, nimeona wameleta filters kama zile za TikTok. You guys, let's go live. Filters ziko. If you want, you can use, if I wanted a filter with eyebrows, because like now my eyebrows are nowhere, I would have used that. So let's not give excuses. Come teach people what you know. You're going to get paid. The difference between earning, the knowledge economy is growing very fast. Take advantage. It's a good economy. It's very, very good to teach people what you know. Yeah? All right. Gracie says she will DM me. Good, good, good. Who else is going to DM me? So that we must protect our rundas. Rundas zetu ndio hizi. Our rundas are these ones. And we must build a gated community. We must do the roads. We must bring security. Security. Guys. You know, you can't just go to Runda and enter someone's place. You're going to be asked, where are you going? Which house? Then the person is going to be called. Is Penny coming to your house? Yes. So can I open the gate? Yes. That is how we are going to protect our knowledge. We are going to get it. We are going to bring security. We are going to do the roads, the cabro. We are going to do the kuweka maua and the trees. There's a name people use for it. Tell me that name, you guys. We are going to do that. This real estate. Our real estate is this one. Today, knowledge is the new real estate. And not only knowledge, but at least implemented knowledge is a real estate. Hakuna real estate ingine we are waiting for. This is our real estate. Landscaping, that's the word I was looking for. Yes, we are going to do landscaping. And that's what I'm doing right now. So you guys help me share this video. We continue doing landscaping. So the day they call Penny Mudhoni, how are you, my dear? To go and mentor the youth. And the parents to those youths, they know how important it is to mentor youth, honestly. If we don't mentor our youth, they have a lot of knowledge, they are very tax savvy, but wisdom-wise wako less. And they are not less because they want to be less, they are less because they don't have the kind of experience we have. The parents need to know that they need to honor Penny's real estate. Penny's real estate is here. Penny's Runda is this one. There's no one who is just going to drive into Runda like this without mpangilio. Ukiendesha gari Runda unaendesha na mpangilio. You cannot just enter there without plans. You're going to encounter security. You're going to encounter big gates. You're going to encounter courts. From one court to the other. In fact, at some point, you are going to encounter armed security. And armed security is us talking about what we do, talking about our real estate, valuing our real estate. It's about us not allowing people to, there's a word we use, to just, trespass. Trespassing ni hiyo kuja nikubaie coffee. Hiyo ni trespassing. That is trespassing your brain, my friend. That is trespassing your real estate. Do not allow that. Value what is between your ears. It's Runda enough. And I know those people who work with me. I know my tribe because most of you have even taken my courses. If you've not taken any of my courses, you need to. Especially the Activate and Monetize Your Potential. Right now, it's on offer, by the way. The whole of January, it's on offer. And then Feb, we are going to go back to our prices. And the reason I did this live today, by the way, between today and tomorrow, globally, is when people are giving up on their goals. People will be giving up tonight and tomorrow and this weekend. It's giving up weekend. They're going to be like, unajua nilikuwa nimesema January I'll go to the gym. Since I've not gone even once, let's do this in 2026. That's it. People are going to say, since I had said I will be eating 1 meal a day, and today is 10th, now tomorrow it will be 10th. Today is 10th and I've not managed even one day. Will I really manage? That dream looks unattainable. Wacha nikule. Let me eat. I will eat 3 meals in a day. You leave it. I had decided I am going to start, I had decided I am going to start jogging. I have not started jogging. It's 10th of the month. You leave it. And that's why I said, let's gather together. Let's gather together, service providers. Let's say no to these free lunches. Let's say it. I've told you how to do it. I've shown you how to do it. I've also told you that that client who wants to buy you free lunch is a very valuable client. That's the same client who will pay you, especially when you know how to package. That's the same client that will pay you, especially when you know how to negotiate. That's the client that will pay you when you know how to present your knowledge, your information in a manner likely to suggest that you know you have a runda between your ears. Right, guys? So that's what we're gonna do. We are not going to participate. Tomorrow we are not quitting, guys. Tomorrow is the Quitters International Day. Tomorrow, Friday. So people will be quitting tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the day they quit their goals for 2025. Let's wait for anything. Anything goes. Let's wait for 2026. We will not be participating. What will we be doing instead? Even when we feel like we are giving up, we will come watch Coach Betty's live, go implement something small. What are we going to do? We are going to call, we are going to DM that coach that you admire. Tell them I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this and this place. And please don't go telling people, hi. No. In this day and age, straight up, like, hey, this is what I feel right now. This is what is going on right now. I want your help in 1, 2, 3 things. How do we go about it? Right, guys? And I know and I feel we shall have an amazing 2025. This year is going to be a defining year for a lot of us, but it's not going to be a defining year if we don't take the necessary steps. So it's going to be another normal year if we do not take the necessary steps. We do not take the necessary steps, nothing is going to change. Nothing changes if we don't change. We are the ones to change. We are the ones to implement. We are the ones to look for help. And if you're watching this video, I would love you to help me share it. If you're watching the replay, tell me you are watching the replay. I will totally appreciate that. And leave me a comment. But most importantly, let us help each other to take care of our real estate. And our real estate is our mind. Our real estate is our knowledge. Our runda, our mudhaiga is that thing between our brain. That's what we owe right now. Don't always wait to, oh, I want to go. Afadhali wale wanaishi mudhaiga. Even you can't go live there. Your mudhaiga right now, what should be bothering you right now is the mudhaiga in here. Are you protecting this one? Or you are wishing for that one that is way, you know, somewhere else? So protect this one. Make money with this mudhaiga. Then you can go live in the very physical mudhaiga. Okay, guys? So that's what I wanted to say for today. Kindly help me share this video. I'll just really appreciate that. If you have a group you can share, you can have it on your WhatsApp status. You can share it in a WhatsApp group. Let's help each other. I feel like I want service providers to come together this year. Let's help each other. We can do more together. We let's not jiangalilia tukiteswa tafadhali. Absolutely not. Let's not do that. Let's come together. Let's help each other share. When you do your live video, tag me. I'm gonna share it, and we help each other to protect the real estate between our brains. I want to thank you very much for coming. I want to thank you very much for watching the replay. Most importantly, I want to thank you very much for sharing, for putting it on your WhatsApp status, for putting it in a group or wherever else you want to share it, for sharing it